you how to combine and separate objects in Maya. Alright? Now, before you decide to combine objects, make sure that you don't need to move them independently of each other in any respect. Because once they are combined, they will become one object and you won't be able to move them separately as before. Let me show you what I mean by that. Here are two separate objects that should behave like one object, and hence we are going to combine them by first selecting them and then going to Mesh menu and clicking on Combine. This will combine both of these objects into one object, and they can't be moved individually anymore. If I move them, they will move together because they have become one object, and hence it has a single manipulator as we select it. Alright? Now let me undo the combination. Then select these objects again, and this time you just remember that I am selecting this handle at last, and so it is highlighted in green. And then I am going to go to Mesh menu and click on this box icon for Combine, which will bring up its options. Here you can see you can choose to set the position of the pivot for the combined object. The first option is Center. So if I select this and click on Apply to combine the objects, its pivot will be set to center with respect to the geometry of the final object. I am going to undo it again. This time I am going to select last object here and click on Apply. This will keep the pivot to the same location as was of the last selected object, which in our case was the handle. Alright? Let me undo this as well. Now, if I select World Origin and click on Apply, this will set its pivot to World Origin, which lies within the center of the grid or the 3D scene. Okay? There is however one thing to remember, that this is a temporary combination of objects, and hence they can be separated back using the Separate command under the Mesh menu. Look, I can now select and move the objects independently of each other. But there is also another fact that if we make a permanent combination where the components like the vertices between them will be combined as well, the objects cannot be separated anymore using the Separate command. So make sure you don't merge their vertices if you later want to separate them using the Separate command. Alright? So this is how we can combine and separate objects in Maya. See you in the next video.